Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Today we're reviewing the first season of Voltron Legendary Defender, which is based off Beast King Go Lion by Toei Animation. This is like the fourth. I think this is like the third or fourth American Voltron show. The first one was Voltron, the third dimension, which came out in the 90s, and in like 2010 you had like Voltron Force, and the most recent Voltron show is Voltron Legendary Defender, which premiered on Netflix on June 10th, 2016. It's let's just check here. Doesn't say who the show creators are. Fucking don't you love Wikipedia? But the executive producers are Joaquim dos Santos, Lauren Montgomery, Ted Koplar, Bob Koplar, and Yu Jae Myung. A lot of Korean animators worked on this. For like a show that's supposed to be made by DreamWorks, it has a lot of Korean animators. Makes you wonder why they even got DreamWorks if they weren't going to animate it themselves. So the synopsis for this show is: for millennia, the Galra Empire has plagued the universe by destroying other civilizations and enslaving various races. The only known threat strong enough against the Empire's power and plans is the legendary defender of the universe, Voltron, a 328-foot tall robot warrior composed of 5 lion robots whose pilots are known as the Paladins. At the crux of the war that ended with the destruction of planet Altea, King Alfor of Altea separated Voltron to protect it from falling into the evil Galran, King Sarkon's possession, who turns out to have been... Sorry about that. That fucking telemarketers, I swear to God. Where was I? Yeah, like, there's a plot twist where Zarkon, you find out Zarkon used to be a pilot of the Voltron. He used to be the Black Paladin, right? Where was I? King Alfred bonded the 5 lions, Ergis, to his daughter Allura's life force and sent them across the universe to different locations until the time for the next generation of paladins to appear and pilot Voltron arrived. Princess, a group of space pilots, Shiro, Keith, Lance, Pidge, and Hunk, which one of my complaints with the Hunk discovered the blue line and immediately get swept up into the Galran War. They meet Princess Allura, become the new Yeah, sorry, fucking people just keep calling me. Yeah, so I don't know. Like Kaiser Hertzen asked me to review this show. I did not fucking like it at all. For one reason why I don't like it. One, I hate when like not just Americans but other people try to copy anime. It's like, let me ask you a question. If you had a choice to bang an ugly woman or a really attractive tranny, right? Transsexual woman, I know which one I would pick. I would pick the ugly woman, because at least the ugly woman is an authentic woman. It's real. I'd rather watch shitty fucking anime than high production, high budget copies of anime, because they're just that, copies. They're fake. They're not fucking real. Okay, I fucking hate this shit. And there's not to mention like the CGI mecha, which one of the reasons why I hate CGI mecha is because they're very fucking lazy when it comes to battle damage. Whenever the robots get damaged, all they do is surround the robots with blue lightning, and maybe you'll see some smoke. That's it. They don't show actual fucking battle damage, right? And then there's the fact, there's the fact that there's all the shitty like jokes in the show, lots of dumb references. Like, I was not a fan of this show. Season 1 only had like 13 episodes, which thank God for that, because I'm not gonna watch the whole show. I did not, like I said, I did not enjoy it. I forgot to mention the voice cast. You got Josh Keaton, you got Kimberly Brooks, you got Yuen from Walking Dead, which you also had Norman Reedus did a voice in one of the episodes. Jeremy Shada, Bex Taylor Kicks, Tyler Leben, Rise Darby, Neil Kaplan, Cree Summer, and AJ Locasio. One thing I did like about this show is it's not till like episode 3 or 4 where like you get to see Voltron, which is something that's very common in mecha anime, in old school mecha anime, not so much like modern, like animes like Dogrim, Giant Gorg recently, like recently reviewed, you didn't see the mecha until like episode 4. Yeah, like I should mention that like the Voltron fights are mostly him fighting like the Galran Empire's spaceships and battleships. There's only like when it comes to Voltron fighting giant monsters or robots, not exactly clear what they are, because they're apparently made by Zarkon's like female sorceress or / druid. I think there's only like twice in season 1 where they fight like a giant monster. One of which they didn't even defeat. They had help from the Balmera, which is this living planet that they were on, because they were looking for like crystals that fueled the ship. There was a really cool episode where the ship was kind of haunted, but that was because, you know, they were like trying to look at, the ship was hooked up to Galra Force's energy crystal and somehow corrupted the Castle Alliance, which is their spaceship. Yeah, like it's the thing where as a cartoon, this is a good cartoon. I would give it like a 7 out of 10 as far as cartoons go. But as someone who's into anime, right? Especially mecha anime, this is basically at best like a 6 out of 10. Yeah, you have this show has a huge budget. You can tell by the production value. It has better character designs and animation than the last Voltron show, which I couldn't even watch the first season. I couldn't even finish the first episode of Voltron Force. That's how shitty it fucking looked. It looked like something you would watch on PBS or some shit. Like, holy fuck. Though I thought the Voltron in that show looked great. The Voltron here, I'm not a huge fan, especially of like his sword. I did thought it was kind of cool that Voltron can summon different weapons depending on the pilot's Bayard, which the pilots all have these different Bayards. Different weapons that will morph into a weapon that's unique to them. So like the Keith has like a sword, Lance has an assault rifle, Hunk has a Gatling gun, Pidge has this dagger that also shoots out like a grappling hook, and And Shiro doesn't have one because the previous Black Paladin kept his Bayard, which was Zarkon, the villain of the show, who's for some fucking reason, there's a fight where is it Lance? Yeah, not Lance. Keith is in his Red Lion fighting Zarkon in space, and Zarkon, despite just being outside in space with his spacesuit, was able to kick Keith's ass, despite, you know, he's in a mecha and he's just outside in a spacesuit. But for some reason, he has a Bayard that's able to transform into different weapons and shit. Like, it can transform into giant blaster, it can transform into different melee weapons like swords and like maces and shit. That was a really cool fight, but I also thought that was kind of like, you know, it seemed like, because like, even with all the cool weapons, like Keith should have just been able to crush him with his lion, which there was a point where, like, during the fight where Zarkon had to retreat. Yeah, like, it's the thing, like, this is the thing where this kind of shows aren't for me. Maybe I did, like, near the end, I did sort of kind of start to enjoy it, but like, yeah, maybe I'll continue watching it. But if I do review it, I'm just gonna review it season by season. I'm not gonna binge watch the show. Alright. So our next Mecha anime series review was supposed to be, well, we were supposed to take a break so I could review Star Blazers 2199, but I can only find part 1. I can't find part 2, which I don't know where I put it. Like, I looked everywhere and I'm starting to think, holy fuck, did I never buy it in the first place and I just bought it? Which I'm pretty sure I did buy it, but I don't know. So until I find it, or I'm forced to buy it again, we're just gonna review another mecha anime series, which that's not a mecha anime series, but it's well, technically anything that has like mecha just means anything with like machines and shit. So like technically something like Star Blazers which has like space fighters and space battleships, in Japan is technically a mecha series, but here we don't consider it because it doesn't have giant robots. So my next mecha series is going to be, that we're going to review, is going to be Rahxephon, which is a 1990s Evangelion clone basically, but it's also like a reimagining of Raiding, which was the old super robot show from the 70s. So yeah, and also the series we're gonna review after that, I'm just gonna pick at random. I got a bunch of pieces of paper with different mecha series on it, so I'm just gonna pick one. Oh fuck. Random. And the next mecha series we're gonna review after Rahxephon is Gun Parade March, which is like a 13 episode mecha anime series. Alright guys, that's it for this review. Later.